So this is the arch on like all of the postcards.
I don't want to talk about it yet.
Oh, so that means you're way behind?
Today's not over yet.
Okay.
So this is the grand viewpoint. Ooh, look at that tornado of sand.
Welcome to the channel of the Roving Veterans.
I'm Rob.
And I'm Bethany.
And don't forget about our dog, the Traveling Maverick.
We chose our name because we RV, and we're also both military veterans.
We bought our first camper in 2020 and been full-time ever since.
On this episode, you're going to find us at Canyonlands National Park.
Located in Moab, Utah, Canyonlands is one of the big five.
Just be prepared if you're traveling here in the summer as it's hot.
Well, it's a beautiful day for a hike.
There's a bunny. All right, so today, me and Rob are going to go to Canyonlands National Park. But Maverick's staying behind. National parks are notorious for being terrible for anyone who has an animal. So it gets sticky situations sometimes. So what we're going to do is we're leaving Maverick behind. But we've got a little camera set up. And in the camera, we can see the internal temp anyway of in here. And we can see him from here. That way, if the temperature starts going up, anything we don't like, we'll be able to, since we have Wi-Fi at the spot, get back. Because it's only 30 minutes to Canyonlands from where we're parked right now. So we're doing this the safest and easiest way possible. So we're gassing up to go to Canyonlands today. You excited?
Pretty excited about it.
The Canyonlands Visitor Center was actually a pretty good visitor center. We really liked the table map in the middle and also how you could look and see all the different layers in the rocks that you would see out in the wilderness out there. Make sure to pause to read if there's any of these layers you would like to have more details on. April, May, and October are the busiest seasons at Canyonlands, so plan accordingly. Notice the easy spot of difference between the coyote right here and the bobcat. The bobcat has retractable claws, so you'll never see their little toenails. It was also neat to see all of the different tribes that used to be in this area.
So right across from Visitor Center is a phenomenal viewpoint. Let's see. Based on this picture, would you say that we have a yucky air today or a good air today? I'm gonna say we have yucky air today. Got our stuff at the Visitor Center. Now we're gonna go all the way to the back of the park and work our way forward. So that, because most people do the opposite. So we came to the Grand View Point first because that was what we were suggested to do it before it gets really busy. It's the very back of the park. So most people start at the Visitor Center and stop along the way and then they get to the back point, whatever. We started at the very back and I'm glad we did because already there's barely any parking. And most of the people are at the front of the park right now. So if we had tried to do it the way everybody else was, I can see how it would be a complete mess back here. There are a few RV parking sites, and that's the only thing open right now because all of the regular spots are full. So there are 3 places right here. You just better really know how to back your camper if you're going to try to do this.
So this is the grand viewpoint. So that is Colorado. That mountain is in Colorado. When we're talking about the ram walk here at the Canyonlands National Park,
Man, that looks,
I'm going to let you know you can't do this if you have any type of mobility issues. So we'll do it for you, or at least part of it.
I can see forever.
Yeah. It's just so bizarre to be like so up here and then see that it flattens out, right? But then it don't because it goes down even more. It's just kind of bizarre.
Making me have a gooey duck spire.
We'll say once you get down off of the stairs, at least down here, it actually really does flatten out like a lot. It's just one big stone.
I wish it wasn't so hazy so we could see everything.
I know, right?
Maybe in the
It did rain a little bit this morning, but I wonder if this is from this morning or if this was from yesterday, because it is monsoon season, so never know. Right. See, I keep saying it's the world's biggest dinosaur track.
It's called Ziwa.
I'm gonna point out, like, this is like, Rob, don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. I'm not gonna look at you then because I can't. Okay, so you can see the erosion that takes place even as time has went, because there really makes no sense to have this that you have to climb over to get back on the path, except for the fact that it's erosion. You know, they've built this path and it's just eroded away. This gets like as smooth as can be on this one. His crazy self. I told Rob that when we're out doing all this, I'll walk laps around him because he don't really like to walk as much. For instance, he don't want to go out to this point I'm going to now. But today I made him wear his Fitbit. He never wears it. I told him, I said, watch, I'm going to prove to you today I do all the walking and you just sitting there. I make the videos. But this is the path, so just know you got to watch your footing or you're probably going to have a tough time. They try to make it dummy proof. And they have those stacked rocks to make sure you can't get lost. Somebody decided they wanted to catch up.
Pulled a Rob.
What do you mean?
Got a hit of me.
We've almost made it. This is like one of the very few hikes where I'm in front, because usually I'm taking all the pictures and stuff on the way. This time I decided to hike to the point and take them on the way back. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but the sand almost looks sparkly.
Wow.
Pretty spectacular on the side.
View.
So this one is the very farthest hike that you can take at Canyonlands. And honestly, it is windy up here and there's sand up here. I haven't eaten anything. I have sand in my mouth. Super cool though.
There's air conditioning up here.
Get back down here, please. And you can't see it, but that goes all the way straight cliff right there. Nope. Nope. Bob has officially named this rock
Biscuit Rock. Just need some butter. Gently.
If you're going to do the grand one, the one that's only a mile hike, it is July 27th at 12:20. So just past noon.
Brutal out here.
He says that, but honestly, I was expecting it to be a lot hotter, so I'm impressed with the fact that it's so windy. The wind is helping quite a bit. So not a bad hike when the wind's blowing. So look how, I don't know if you can see how little the people look, but then look how deep this one is, and that's not even much. Then it just goes down a little bit more, then a little bit more. I want to know the elevation inside the bottom of that thing. When you look at this, there's a little bit of white still. But this I thought was just red rock, except it's actually white rock. Only thing is, the rain comes, it just don't ever get up that high. This is the difference between me and him. He's way over there. I'm way over here. These things are everywhere. It's probably why there aren't so many stickers in the visitor center.
We made it back to the air-conditioned car from our 1 mile, I think it's technically 2 miles, 1 mile there, 1 mile back. And now I'm at
It said that, but
5,200 steps for the day. Where you at?
I don't want to talk about it yet.
What?
I don't want to talk about it yet.
Oh, so that means you're way behind?
The day's not over yet.
Okay.
So Rob wanted me to take the video on this one, so he's, in his words, so I don't die. So he don't drink enough water. He knows he don't drink enough water. I pound water. Like, I listened to the Army when they told me that. I don't think he did. But, so he's in the car trying to cool off. I'm down here looking at the Orange Cliffs overlook spot. It's right before you get to the Grand View thing. So, oh wow. Looks like there's like, actually you can walk through there. Don't it look crazy to watch that cloud from the bottom of the canyon thing? You can see the cloud moving. That looks cool. You can see a pretty good viewpoint from here even. Up there was a lot more crowded. You can still see a pretty good view. It's just a different view over here. But also, this is not too terrible of a walk. It's pretty flat. There's some gravel, so just be cautious. One thing I pointed out to Rob, he said he was dying out here. It's so hot. I said, well, you have a hat on, so you're already trapping some of your heat. You got a wool blanket on your face. He's wearing like a dark bluish gray color shirt that's cotton and sleeved. I'm in one of these like sports tank tops and I'm a lot cooler. What do you think?
I think you're promoting women to be naughty. I don't like that. Why would you do that? I don't appreciate that.
Actually, close to the very end of the park, there's something that's literally called picnic area. So you can drive through here now. Depending on what time you're here, it might be full. I think we found the only empty spot to park.
So you can either park here and go have your picnic, or you can do it like we're gonna do. We're just gonna eat in the air conditioned.
We've got our coolest cooler here with our lunch.
Go eat some yummy foods. Hey, put it right here. And then it's cold.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah. Canyon overlook. This one is a nice, easy walk. I'm not wanting to do a lot of hiking. This one is a very easy one to do. Short, easy 200 feet walk from the car to the point, and
Concrete.
yeah, and it's concrete the whole way. Need me as I look down so I don't die as I walk. But this point doesn't even really have a name to it. There's just a little pull off on the side of the road. Just not actual parking places, like just a little scenic pull off. No spaces marked, but this has got to be one of the neatest looking points out here. Just remember it's windy up here. You gotta be able to be very balanced, or if you're clumsy like me, just trip on everything. Find all the faces in nature. Look, that's just like a mold spore or something. Apparently, people don't know how to use the restroom.
How many times do you think they walked in here and saw poop on the toilet or on the floor for them to have to put this sign up? What?
Alright, so we decided not to take the hike at the dome thing. It's a little hotter than we feel like playing in right now.
Yeah.
It's only 94. It has dropped 2 degrees since we got here, but we're just gonna hit the next one. Why not? All right, so yet again, he's gonna stay in the car. Whale Rock. Well, this hike is 1 mile, 1 hour round trip. So honestly, I'm probably not gonna do Whale Rock either. I don't feel like hiking an hour by myself right now. And I doubt Rob stays comfortable in the car for an hour either.
Maybe. Think we can do it?
I
Oh, you
guess
switched
we
to
can
the
try.
tourist hat. You might be able to make it.
I decided to shade my head and my shoulders a little more. And this time I grabbed my water because we're hiking an hour and a half and it is 96 degrees. Is he gonna change his mind and go get his water now? So far I would say that the path itself were maybe a 1/10 of a mile in, but it's mostly been sand, so walking in sand, just so you know where you're at. So it might just be the world's biggest spider web's nest. Spider nest. Not a spider web, a spider nest. So if we were here when it was actively cold, there's no way we wouldn't do this, but it's already 96 and this is pretty much sand, it feels like, the whole way. So instead of walking in sand for an hour and a half, I think we're just going to see the ruins. I think we're just gonna go back to the Jeep and just do the Mesa Arch, the one this place is known for, because we've got one hike in today, right? Instead of doing all of them, we'll just do a few and we'll call it a day. When the sun goes behind the cloud, it almost tricks you into thinking, you know what, maybe we should keep doing this. But then, as soon as the sun leaves the cloud, it gets hot again.
Wow, beating down today hard.
Yep. Don't be looking for footprints to find your way back, because even where there is the sand, most of the footprints from earlier or that we made are gone because of the wind. There are people right in front of us though, so that's probably their footprints. Green River overview, super easy walking path. Like it's concrete the whole way. Super easy.
What do you think? Are you blown away?
Almost. It's really windy. So we're filling our water up. I officially look like I peed myself because I spilled water all over me. But I'm probably gonna be glad I did, because now we're taking a 30-minute hike to the Mesa Arch. It's only 94, so the temperature's crazy enough been dropping as the day has went instead of going up, which means maybe it's gonna storm after a while. I don't know. But temperature's a little bit less than it was this morning on us. And now we're gonna try to do the Mesa Arch. So let's do it. All right, so we made it to the Mesa Arch trailhead, and it says that it is 30 minutes and about a half a mile. I like the ones where the elevation changes at the beginning, so that way it's rewarding when you get there, instead of the ones that are going down all the way and then climbing all the way back up. A little bit of a story. There is still going down in elevation too. So you're going up and down throughout the hike. This is the side view of the arch. Ooh, look at that tornado of sand. The sand will pelt you, man.
Think about it, the erosion is years and years of that. Centuries after millennia of that. This is the arch. The side view, anyway. Jeez. Here goes two hats. I really have the question of how you get down there. Because that is a hell of a road to be on. So there's the windy curving brook back behind me. But it's beautiful on the other side of the road too. It just looks so crazy because it just plateaus out right here.
Making sure he don't lose his hat.
So here's the road, just from a different angle. Man. I bet it's a cool road, but I haven't seen anybody on it yet. So I don't know if that means it's closed today or if it's just too terrifying. Some people don't do it. I'm not really sure. Here's the Jeep. This is pretty flat though, so easy to walk it. Now that it's nice and 3:30, we're getting to the hottest part of the day. So
Toasty out there now.
it is 95 at this exact
This is
spot.
95 because it's a stiff breeze out there. Feels like a hairdryer blowing you in the face.
So I think we're gonna call it a day unless we see something super mega cool.
We visited Canyonlands National Park in the end of July. So it was very hot while we were there. So know if you're going in summer that it will be quite hot. And if you're traveling with kids, they're probably going to be miserable. So you might want to really think about that. While we were in Moab, we stayed at the Utah Raptor State Park. And from there, we visited Canyonlands, Arches, but also Dead Horse Point State Park and Moab Giants. Moab is getting closer to the east side of Utah if you're looking at geography. It is also located about what I would call in between southern and central Utah. As far as Canyonlands is concerned, there was quite a few places that you could see with just a short hike, but there were also some that you would have to hike a little bit further. So I would say Canyonlands is probably one of those places that's kind of a good in-between to where people who like to do long hikes are happy and people who don't really want to hike at all are also happy. This is our first episode that we have posted of the Moab area, but we will be posting videos of the other places we saw while we were in Moab. As far as this episode is concerned, I'm going to let you finish out on pictures. And remember, we are Bethany and Rob, the Roving Vets. We are a full-time RV living channel, but we also do go on cruises and fly places from time to time as well. So if all of those travel endeavors sound like something that you would be interested in seeing more of, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thanks for hanging out with us and supporting us on this episode, and we'll see you again soon.